The future of AAA.
It's time for us to talk about video game donkeys, videos about.
One thing I will say about the future of video games, bro, I am sick of Souls. I'm sick. I feel like ever since when Elden Ring came out, bro, or like Sekiro, like the whole like Dark Souls, Souls like I felt like they was milking a Souls like game for all its worth. There was literally like 150 Souls like uh uh recreation. You know what I mean? Like little babies. There were so many Souls like babies that just came. It was like it could be like night soul, dark soul, demon soul, Viking soul, night soul, spirit. So like it's if it's some soul, freaking Elden Ring spinoff. Like there were so many spinoffs, bro. I was
Video
sick of
Games
that.
Universe Phase
Sick of
18.
it.
Today I'm breaking down my entire plan for next year's video. I want to be.
All right, so we got Dynasty Wars. I played the demo of that. It's kind of button mashy. Not gonna get that. I would get that if it was like free. Assassin's Creed Shadow. This keep getting pushed back. This is turning into GTA 6 at this point. This thing was supposed to come out, supposed to be out last year, like 2 times. Like it's supposed to be out in like September or November. Then it's supposed to come out in December. It's repeatedly getting pushed back, and now it's supposed to come out next month, I think. Yeah. Is this supposed to be Shang-Chi? Is supposed to get a video game? If it is, great. Ghost. Can't wait for that to come out. I love the first one. First one, classic. At the same time, they didn't need to make another one because of how great it was. But hey, Ghost, great. They're making a new Metroid Prime. Here for that. Metroid's always been a fun game to just kick back. It has a little bit of difficulty to it. Great story. You know what I mean? Great little combat, you know what I mean? Explosions, all that good jazz. Cool. Doom Dark Ages, another game, just shoot shit up, blow shit up, sit back. You're not really taking it too serious. Just a running gun, shoot 'em up. Super Mario 2, that's gonna sell like crazy. GTA 6. I'm not a Grand Theft Auto fan. If you played one, you played them all. People just buying this just to get on the servers, go on the online. I'm not into that. The Death Stranding 2, the first one was literally a mailman simulator. I'm good. Star of Providence, I don't know what that is. Pirates of Yakuza, I saw that. Donkey Kong Returns, they making a new Donkey Kong. Cool. Kingdom Hearts, never was a fan of that. Monster Hunter Wild, never was a fan of that. Elden Ring, Night Ring. I played Elden Ring, the base game, and I played Shadow of the Erdtree. I don't care to do that with friends. I don't care to lose my mind with friends. We already did that by like if you would ask a spirit to come in and join you to help beat a boss. That's like we already did that. So it's like to do this, it's like and then we got Avowed. Another game. It's like not really too excited about it. There are other games than this, obviously, but yeah, I'm excited for Wolverine, Ghost of Tsushima, or Ghost of Yote. I'm excited for what I just say, Wolverine, Ghost. There is a game called it's a simple little beat 'em up game. It's like Soul Strike or something like that. Or Spirit Strike. Spirit Strike. It's just a beat 'em up it reminds me of a game that was like it was in like an arcade. Simple little game. Um I'm excited for freaking what's this? Exodus. Exodus, that game with Matthew McConaughey voiceover is like a space game. It's almost like a Mass Effect mix. Now I don't like Mass Effect, but this game looked like Mass Effect and Returnal had a baby. That game was freaking fire. So I'm excited for a few games. Excited for like 4 or 5 games
No
this year.
surprises. I want no twists, no curveballs. No.
But I think a lot of those games that get excited for, a lot of games I'm gonna get excited for, they don't come out till like second or maybe third or fourth quarter.
Mostly games where you hit people with a sword, and Nintendo Switch 2.
I got huge leaks and huge news on Nintendo Switch 2.
Trust me, bros.
And it is supposed to release in
I got a Switch. I got a Switch Lite. I never use it. I bought it. I used it. I have games that like are specifically for the Switch. Like they're just like almost like Crash Bandicoot, like them type of games where they're like you play them on a type of handheld thing. It's not something you play on a big TV. But like I bought a Switch because I was going out the country and I wanted to have it on the plane ride and all that. I didn't. I was on that. I was because it's a 14-hour plane ride from here to Tokyo, so it takes 14 hours, 15 hours. Do I use that Switch for like an hour and then never used it? Like I used it when I first bought it. Obviously, played on it, downloaded a couple games, Assassin's Creed, the games I was just talking about. After that, like this thing is literally on my TV stand collecting dust.
In late 2022.
It is great to have a actual Switch though, because you could actually take the handles off, broadcast it to your TV, and then use the 2 joysticks to actually play. That's good because you could get Smash, Mario Kart. That's cool.
Early 2023.
Ask and you shall receive. Nobody asked me to play Soul Edge for PS1, but that is what
You know the
will
craziest thing about
receive
games like
anyways.
this?
The
These games are literally getting
because
like
I like Soul
put
Calibur.
onto the
Then
PlayStation
we're gonna be
Store
wrapping
with the
things up for
graphics that
big
they look like
January reveal
back
of the
then.
Switch
They're just
2.
putting them on the
Nintendo has
PlayStation
already started
for like
preparing
$20.
a
And
mass
it's like, bro, these
production
things should
for
be
the
like
next-gen
$1.
Switch, which will be launched in 2021. So yeah, just a few months essentially.
All of this stuff that went around in December was just wrong.
I've heard
Wait,
from
how old is
very
it?
trusted sources that Switch 2 is going to be revealed in January. From big time, like the guy on Reddit said it.
There is actually a verified Reddit mod, which
So the Nintendo Switch 2 leaks have gotten pretty insane. And
Drop
they
a
actually have the
comment
Y
down
and
below
X
if you
buttons
guys
reversed
are
from how
excited
Nintendo has
for.
them.
Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be a PlayStation 2 level.
If you guys
event in
excited
gaming
for
the
a
second this
new
thing gets
Nintendo.
announced.
If
I
you guys have a
throw my
Nintendo
PS5
Switch,
Pro
drop a
directly
comment.
out the window.
is this Nintendo Switch 2?
Yes.
Over on Twitter, there
Is
was
it
a
worth
That
getting
proves
an
everything.
actual
The launch
Switch?
lineup for this thing is going to be pure insanity. New Elden Ring, that's a day 1 launch title. Witcher 4, that's a day
On a
1
Switch?
launch title with 4 times as many bugs as Cyberpunk.
There's a ton of third-party support in the pipeline,
Get ready to play modern AAA offerings on your Nintendo Switch system.
and a lot of different
Yeah, I don't
games
know
from
about
major
doing that.
studios are essentially just
Dude, to
sitting.
play like Ghost of Tsushima or any like third person like RPG, like God, like my fingers, like to be looking at a screen that close, like I can like because I remember I used to have like a PSP, PS2, and I would get like Madden or 2K, and even then, like trying to play like sports games on a handheld is at a certain point you start to get like your brain starts to kind of fry because no one should be looking at a screen that small that long. Like sometimes my eyes will hurt if we just look at our phone too long, your eyes will hurt. So all I did like at the same time of like the convenience to have like a handheld console is fun, but like after like an hour, bro, like you will give yourself a headache looking at a small screen that long. You know what I mean?
And waiting to port their games to the next generation Nintendo console.
So there you have it. Bloodborne is a day 1 launch title for Switch 2. It's going to be 60 FPS, 5K.
And here is the logo. It's essentially Nintendo Switch with the Switch logo, but there's a 2 next to the logo.
Which confirms everything that
creativity.
I've
I
been saying.
love it.
Everything about Switch 2 is going to be 2 themed. Mario
the ingenuity,
Odyssey 2, that's
the
coming
innovation.
day 1. Pikmin 4 2, that's day 1. F-Zero, no, F1. But wait, there's
F1.
more. Donkey Kong's Big Banana Extravaganza, an all-new 3D Donkey Kong platform.
Oh,
made by
something
the
just
Mario
got
Odyssey
delivered.
team.
Hold
They
on.
made 2 games, and they're both coming out day 1. That's been confirmed.
So I'll put both images up on screen for you guys right now.
That's the wheel from Mario Kart 9. That's day 1 confirmed.
There was a person on Reddit who...
When a person on Reddit said it, it's gotta be true. Either all this is right or it's gonna be like 1-2 Switch and Funky Barn.
It got delivered to my actual mailbox. Yeah, this is
January
Dynasty
17th, we'll play
Warriors.
Dynasty Warriors Origins.
Comes out
You
this
play
month.
as a woman hitting people with a sword, which is what I love so much about video games. Finally, we're gonna learn the origins of Dynasty Warriors. And did you know that the first one was actually a one-on-one fighting game, just like Soul Edge? January 23rd, of course, we're gonna be playing Star Wars.
I'm playing
Episode 1
Wulong
Jack
right now,
Power
which
Battlefield
has
Rhapsody.
actual characters
This
that
game
are
came
from
a
Dynasty
different era
Warriors.
in gaming where every game wasn't sword fighting. Only some of them were. Very brave of George to do this back then today. January 28th, of course, we're going to be playing Eternal Strands. This is the second Strand type game where
Assassin's
you are
Creed?
a woman hitting a tree with a sword. I love all the games that this reminds me of, so let's all play Eternal Strands on the beach with Norman Reach. February 4th, of course, we're going to be playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I love games like Skyrim where you're hitting everybody.
Yeah, that first person, bruh. Oh my god, the first person swinging a sword or like a bat, like first person games, bro. It's a very small window for me for my attention, so that I don't get nauseous playing it. Like I can't do it. I can't do it, bro. Like I think like Resident Evil is maybe one of the few Doom, but I think Doom works because it doesn't feel like you're stuck in the mud. Like it's a go. Like you're constantly moving, blowing things up. The depth of field, the depth of field is great for Doom. I think that's what makes a first person game very good. You gotta know the depth of field so that it doesn't feel like you're too close to what's going on.
With a sword and dragons are flying
You
everywhere.
could
Dragon
easily get a
Age
headache.
Didn't have any dragons in the part I played, so
Like,
February
yeah, I
14th,
feel like it's too
of course we
close.
got to be playing Assassin's Creed Shadows, where you are a woman.
Yeah, you
hitting
see how it was
people with a
supposed to come
ninja
out
sword.
November
I'm
15th?
really
Now it's
gonna be
February
focusing
14th.
on the quality of the shadows in this game, and you know how they stack up to the shadows from Shadow Generations. February 18th, of course, I'm gonna have to be doing a video for Avowed.
Yeah, see,
Definitely getting
another
big
first
Skyrim,
person
hitting people with a sword. Type
Elden
of vibes
Ring
off
game,
this
like,
when I
nah.
love sword fighting to be in every game every time, and it's just like Skyrim, and it makes you wonder why they don't do a Skyrim 2, which is coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 on day 1 confirmed. Did a February
Isn't Skyrim like 10 years old?
Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. In this game, you play as a Japanese gangster who becomes a pirate captain that can create clones of himself, and then he sails to Hawaii and teams up with a giant boxing monkey.
The way the
It
dude
does
talks
have
is
sword
funny.
fighting, but I feel like it has too much stuff that isn't sword fighting for this game to be successful next year. February 28th, of course, we're gonna have to play Monster Hunter Wilds. This is a very innovative
not
game
a
where you
fan.
can choose to be a woman or a man and then hit monsters with a sword. I don't think they've done sword fighting in a game for a while, so it's going to keep things pretty fresh like Skyrim. In March, we're definitely playing South of
I do
Midnight,
wanna
where you
try
play as
this,
a
though.
woman, you're hitting monsters with a sword. It's exactly the right kind of game.
Combat
Then
looks
switch to hit Chef's Bone with your
creative.
Witcher 4,
The
you're a
environment, the
woman
music
hitting
looks
witches
great.
with a sword. but
Witcher,
you gotta
I'm not
use
a
the
fan of
golden
it.
sword for aquatic
I
monsters, I
found
believe.
that game
Onimusha,
look-
I love it. We're
Now
hitting
this,
with a sword.
yes, sir.
Ninjas are involved.
I can't
The
wait
guy
for that
from
to drop.
Onimusha 3 is involved. Ghost of Yoti looks phenomenal. We're doing ninjas for a change and hitting with a sword, kind of like Skyrim.
Hey, the crazy thing about martial arts, samurais, assassins, like stealthy like ninja games, to me, those never get old when done right. Long as you have a variation of combat styles, you know, alts, if you will, takedowns, you know what I mean, your arsenal and like what you can actually do as far as the combat has a great variation. Like it's not the same, and it has a creative take depending on the game. Every game has its own variation and creative way to do martial arts in combat. I am all for it. I can never get enough of a samurai mixed martial arts RPG. I can't. I can play games like Ghost, Onimusha, freaking. I'm playing Wulong right now. Like, if you get creative with the combat, your abilities, your weapons, what the weapons and abilities do, and they great variation, I'm down for it. I'm down for it.
Then I'm gonna play Skyrim for the first time. I've never played.
I've
it.
never-
I've heard
I've never
great
played
things.
Skyrim.
To me, it
Anybody
sounds a
play
lot like
Skyrim?
Skyrim. Then Fable is coming out. You're the woman from Fable 3 with a sword, hitting people with it. It's what we love to see. Then we got Black Myth Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers from the Butt of a Swan.
Yeah,
It's a
I wanna play
woman-based
this too.
game with swords like Bloodborne and Sekiro. Kind of
Uh-huh.
got that ninja flavor.
This
into
just
it that
says
we
come
love
in
to see.
2025.
Phantom Blade
Now
Zero.
this
you're
right
a
here,
woman
this right here might be one of them ones. This might be up there for GOAT, for game of the year. I'll say GOAT. This might be up there for GOTY for this year. If it comes out this year, this game and the story is up there. The story is very intriguing and very in depth and very, inviting. If the story is captivating, that Phantom Blade Zero got potential. Like the combat looks disgustingly fluid. That's what I'm saying. Like these type of games, like combat mixed martial arts game, bro, they don't really get old because when they're done right, and like you could just like they're so in like uh Chinese mythology, bro. Like there's so many great eras and kingdoms and like just time frames that you can do, whether it be mythical or actually real when it comes to Chinese history, Asian history in general, that you can just take, bro. And like it could be like the demons, the dragons, the Mongols, the samurais, the assassins, the ghosts. Like there's so many time frames you can capture and just go like from each time frame you could make like 10 video games legitimately. Like there's so many families and dynasties and kingdoms like back in the Chinese dynasty, Asian dynasty, Japanese dynasty. Those time frames you could go forever when done right, bruh. You like these games will
Ninja
forever be
hitting
fun.
people with a sword. Project the Perceiver. Now this looks really interesting. You play
I
as a
saw
woman
this one
ninja
too.
with a sword. You're hitting people with the damn thing. It's such an original premise. Where winds meet, you're a man ninja. Yeah.
You're a man ninja. This is another game. A lot of, I will admit, it's a lot of ninja games coming out, but they all look different. That's the crazy thing, though. Yes, the concept is the same. You're hitting someone with a sword, but the actual combat, the story, the abilities, those vary. So it's like I'm not mad.
And you're hitting people with a sword like Onimusha. And then I'm thinking we're gonna close out this year strong with Intergalactic. This is the new game.
Do we think Intergalactic gonna drop this year? If it does, then hey, I'm all here for it. I don't feel like it will. I mean, if we get like a gameplay by end of second quarter, beginning of third, you know what I mean? Or if we get a trailer by like middle of second quarter, beginning of third quarter, then like an actual gameplay trailer, not a trailer, another trailer, an actual gameplay trailer, and it says like pre-alpha or captured on PS5, then hey,
From Naughty Dog.
this does
from
look
the best
interesting though.
studios. We're talking Crash
It's got a
Bandicoot, Jack
lightsaber,
Daxter,
damn near.
Uncharted, Last of Us. I swear, every time Naughty Dog steps up to the plate, they hit a home run. But for some
Now with
reason,
Last of Us 2,
I started getting this bad feeling when I was watching this trailer. You know, we have a woman character, okay, probably a ninja, but why are we in a spaceship talking to people like Starfield? And I started thinking, I don't know, man. Maybe gamers were right. Maybe Naughty Dog is losing that magic touch. But then she pulls out a big ass Skyrim sword and
I'm excited. I'm excited for those games for sure. Like I said, Exodus, Onimusha, Phantom Blade Zero, all the martial arts games damn near that are coming out, the Where Winds Meet, the Wu Chong, the Receiver. But it's like, are we gonna get those games this year? How many of those games are we actually getting this year? Who knows? But I am excited. Martial arts games for me will never get old if done right. Like I said, variation, creative innovation of the actual combat system, your abilities with those weapons, the actual variations of those weapons, the lore of the time frame of what you're doing, the boss design. I'm all here for it. I'm all here for it. I can play those games forever and be fine. Now I don't only want to play those type of games, but I can play those games for a long time and be fine.